Hello, world. This is Talkin Live, and Biden's done it to us again. Okay, we just found out that they certified Donald Trump as president. About time, Too bad he wasn't president for at least 2 more terms. Can't be as bad as the Joe Biden. Every time I look at the news, I see everything that he's doing to cause more burden on the poor people and on people in America. I'm so sick and tired of looking at that man every time he comes on the television. I can't stand to look at him. I thought that Kamala Harris was the worst looking woman and doing the worst looking things and laughing. And I thought that was stupid, but Joe, he just doing his best to try to throw a stumbling block or a block into Donald Trump's, administration to do something for the American people. See, to me, Joe Biden hates America. He hates America. He hates you. And then they want to know why that they lost the election. After losing the election and losing all the plans they had to do to destroy America, well, they're whining around and asking why. Why did we lose the election? And, I've done the show on this before. But Donald Trump won the election, and the Democrats are doing everything they can to block everything he wants to do. They're trying to destroy. I tell you what, if I was a young man and I was a voter, I would never, ever stand up for a Democrat like I did before. I have. I've stood up for Democrats like Max Cleland. Me and Max we disagreed on things, but I like Max, and I think Max was a good guy. But he stuck with Hillary, so that's that throwed a curve on his. But I still like Max, and he's dead and gone. But I don't care what anybody said about Max Cleland. He was a Democrat, and I liked him. And I went to his birthday parties, and I done a lot. I donated money to Max to help him run for Georgia State. He ran for senator, and I donated money to the Democrat Party. But see, that Democratic Party is not the Communist Party we have now. So we don't have a Democratic Party. We have a Communist Party. You can call yourself Democrat all you want, but you're a Communist Party. You're a lying, deceiving bunch of people that says that you really care about America, and that's why you lost the election. You keep on talking and whining about everything that happened is bad for you. You've made it your bed, and now you got to lay in it. And if Donald Trump does a great job, I hope to God that his son runs for president, and it just keeps on going, Trump, Trump, Trump. And the reason I say that is because you have no desire, you Democrats, you have no desire, you have no vision for America. All your vision is to destroy everything that's been built up to make people have a dream or have a hope. I don't care if your mama voted Democrat, your grandpa voted Democrat. You're supposed to vote for what's best for this country. You ain't supposed to vote that, and the Congress needs to block anything that Joe Biden puts out there today. He can go with all his amendments and all his works trying to hinder America from getting back on his feet. And it's up to you Republicans to do away with all his agenda. Get rid of everything that he ever started. One thing I know Joe Biden done right, it was maybe try to put a limit on these ghost guns. That's the only thing I know. I can't give him credit for nothing but trying to destroy this country. Is all the time he was in there is trying to figure out a way, and he's got 10, 14 days left, and he's still trying to figure out a way to hinder us from getting back on our feet, because he's the one that drug us down. Why did Kamala Harris lose? Why did she lose? She's an idiot. And see, Biden is just a mean devil. He's just a mean man. He don't have no mercy on nobody but his own family. Oh, he pardoned the Hunter. He is worried about his sons, but what about our sons and our daughters and all our family? What about ours? I'm talking about the ones that's never done no crooked things like his son, and he wants to destroy us. He went and pardoned all these criminals. He's give Soros a Medal of Freedom. That man don't believe in freedom. He believes in communism. Hillary Clinton got a Medal of Freedom. She don't care about America either. She's another crooked politician in Washington. She don't care about it. And you know what? I done a show for Fox, and they refused to play it because I tell the truth. And if the truth is going to be able to stand, we're going to have to stand with it. We're going to have to accept the fact that Joe Biden is determined to do what he can to destroy America before he leaves office. Oh, he went to church the other day. I seen where he went to church. And then I seen him cussing God's name in vain the other day, heard him. What does a man like that go to church for? Why does a man that's doing things to destroy and hurt other people, why do they go to church? Does it soothe your conscience, Joe, to go over there to your church and talk to the priest or talk to your pastor or whatever? Does it make you feel good? Does that justify all the things you've done to America? All of you up there, all of you in the Democratic Party, and I'm not excusing the Republicans, they're guilty of the same thing. People lost their fear of God. You know, I fear God. I fear the things he can. You know, God can make you so miserable that that's why people today can have no peace, because they're so far away from God that the devil just makes them so miserable, and God lets it happen. And Joe Biden is so miserable because he can't finish us off. He lost the election. I hear this. Oh, it was Joe's fault he lost, Kamala lost. It was the media's fault. It was always, no, it was your fault. It was all you Democrats. You want to bring communism into our country. And Donald Trump, if you don't get with Congress and the Senate and make a law against people running for office that believe in the Communist Party and the Socialist Party, then you are wasting your time. You got all these communists in our Senate and in our House of Representatives. You do. I mean, if you lean toward communists, you don't have no right to be in our office of government. Don't matter where if you ain't nothing but a deputy sheriff or you're just a dog catcher. If you believe in communists, you don't deserve that job. All the way up to the president. You don't deserve that job. Because you are not about freedom. Now, the oil wells government properties. Don't want them to drill oil to bring down the price of oil and gas and gasoline. Don't want them to drill, blocking it. And then he wonders why he lost the election. Are you idiots in Washington? You Democrats, you whine because you lost the election, but you still are trying to destroy this country, and then you're asking everybody why we passing the buck on to somebody else because you lost the election. You lost the election because you're sorry. You're not for America. You're for other countries. You're for wide open borders. You're for starving the American people. You're for taking away everything that Americans work for. And you wonder why you lost an election? You know, I was beginning to believe that America had lost their mind when I'd see people get up there and hurrah and hooray for Kamala Harris. And, you know, brag on that idiot that's lost his mind, and you still let him in your office of president. He should be kicked out a long time ago because he has no knowledge except one thing. He's like a robot running around thinking, destroy America, starve America. Let everybody come to this country and rob, kill, rape. And you don't know why you lost the election? That sounds like some of them divorcees when one of them is guilty and the other ain't. But they take and justify what they do, and what you do is wrong if you do right. It's unbelievable that you people, I'm talking about the African American people. You've been voting Democrat for years and years and years, and you're still in the same old boat you was. I'm not saying the Republicans are so gung-ho about taking care of people, but it's time for people to take care of themselves. And I believe in taking care of the older generation. I believe in taking care of American people before we take care of anybody else. I feel sorry for these people coming across the border, leaving their country and coming here. I feel sorry for them. But we cannot support the whole world. We cannot trust these people coming across the border. We cannot trust that they'll do the right thing. And I think, and then I'm going to say it again, I've said it over and over, I think you should leave the Spanish people, the people that's come over here and started their life, was come over here a long time ago, and if they're doing what they're supposed to do as American citizens, paying their bills, paying for a home, looking for a dream to fulfill the dream, they should stay here. I don't think you ought to send them back, deport them. But the ones that come across the border in the past 4 years without having permission, I think they should be deported. I think they should come back to try to come in this country, but do it legal. And they need to be checked out. I mean, I see little kids, man. I mean, I've been to Spanish countries. I see the misery. I see the hell they've been through. But you can't come over here and bring your drugs. You come over here and bring your guns, and you want to destroy American people. You want to rape and kill and set people afire, all that kind of stuff. We don't want you here. This man set this woman afire. They ought to take him and put him onto a stake and maybe set him afire and just let him burn just a little bit. Let him remember what happened to this woman that he set fire to. Until you, American people, realize that you cannot be kind to people like that. They need to pay a price. And they need to learn that they can't come over here, rape these women, because of Joe Biden, this is happening, and his administration. They need to learn that they can't come over here and treat American people like that and get away with it. If one comes over here and does what this man's done to this woman on that subway, she suffered an awful death. This man needs to be treated the same way he treated this woman. And when you Americans quit whining, making out like that you're civilized, that's a lie. You marched 100,000 Indians, American Indians, from Florida all the way to Oklahoma, and they froze to death. You're not civilized. You're not civilized. You took, and I'm talking about that, and you northern people, you had slaves too. You just didn't. A lot of you had slaves too. You brought 400 million African American people over here to be a slave. And you Europeans, you got these Indians, American Indians, and you took them over to Europe, made slaves out of them. Spain, United Kingdom. You're not good people either. You're guilty of the same thing, but you call yourself civilized. You're not civilized. America's not civilized no more. Used to be, but now you just let anybody do anything and get away with it. You're not civilized no more. And the reason you're not civilized is because this piece of thing they call the president sitting up there making rules and writing up laws to try to deprive you of your freedom and deprive you of a dream. Let all the people come to America. Let them be a part of our economy, but let them be real Americans when they get here. African Americans, they know such thing. You're an American. I don't care if you're black. You're in this country. You're raised here. You're a black American. You're not an African American. You ain't even ever. You complain about all this stuff all the time. It's happened. You go back 150 years and you whine about that. What if you was over there now in Africa, starving to death? I'm not saying it's okay and they done the right thing, the South did, but the North was a part of it too. It's great that you're here in America and you don't have to go through the starvation, the poor old African American, Ethiopian, all them people over there starving to death because of drought, because there ain't no food. Thank God for that today and forget about what happened in the past. Because all those people that done wrong has died and went before the judgment seat of God for doing you wrong. You can't justify that. There's no justification of slavery. I don't care what color you are. There's no justifying making people slaves. But see, you vote for a person that worked with the Ku Klux Klan and with the friends with the wizard of Ku Klux Klan. You vote for somebody that was a part of the Ku Klux Klan. And I mean, white supremacists, what about this, Joe Biden? White supremacists? What about the Black Panthers? What about all these other groups that's in the African American groups. They hate whites just as much as these people that hate blacks. And you put it all on the white man. We've been getting along with black people a long time, since Martin Luther King. Black people have moved up in politics. They have moved up in Hollywood. They've moved up in music and all that. There ain't no slaves out there no more. The only slave that we have to know about is American people. We're all slaves to Joe Biden right now, as long as he's in office. That's what he wanted us to be again. He wants to divide the country and destroy his country and make it a communist country. Huh. I get so sick to my stomach here in democracy. Donald Trump's trying to destroy democracy. Well, Joe, you're trying to destroy the American people. You're trying to starve them to death. You're trying to jack the prices up by putting this restriction on drilling oil for all. But, you know, Donald Trump's trying to destroy democracy. Unbelievable. Anything you can do, Joe, you'll do it just before you get out of office. It hurt this country. It hurt Donald Trump. And you know, another reason you lost the election, Kamala and Joe and Democrats in the Senate and in the House, you know the reason you lost? Well, you took advantage of American people. And you're going right up to the end of the administration right now, trying to show how you love America. I mean, you're constantly trying to figure out a way to throw a stumbling block in front of Donald Trump. You've accused him of being a Russian spy, Hitler, and I'm taking up for him today because what you've done to him. And then you whine and say, why did I lose? Well, because you're corrupt. You done things to Donald Trump since he walked down the stair that come down on the conveyor and said he's going to run for president. You've been doing crooked, dishonest things against Donald Trump ever since. Trying to put him in prison just like Joe. Just like your friend Putin. I think Putin is a better man than you. I really do. He's honest what he is. He's a communist. But see, you're a hypocrite. You make out like you're not communist. You make out like you're worried about democracy. But you're the one who's trying to destroy democracy. You make out like Donald Trump was the one trying to destroy democracy. But it's you, Joe Biden, and your administration. It's you trying to destroy America. If Donald Trump's Hitler, bring him on. Because you ain't as good as Hitler, Joe, because you're a hypocrite. Hitler was a man that showed people he hated, and he testified that he hated Jews. You're a hypocrite, Joe. You never done what you said. Well, actually, you didn't say much when you got elected, what you was going to do, because you'd already planned on doing what you've already done to destroy this country. It was already planned. You, Soros, Hillary Clinton, all you high up Democrats, your plans to take over, not to have another party. But you found out that American people don't swallow your garbage like you wanted them to. You made yourself look good, but you never was good. You thought you was making yourself look good, but America people had a desire to go back where they once was, and they showed you what kind of person you was because you showed them what kind of person you was. And is to this day, banana peeling on the on your foot. You're standing, Joe, you're standing on a banana peeling and the other foot in the grave, and you're still trying to destroy people. Don't you think you're going to answer for that one day? You're trying to cut the gas out. If the environment's so bad, you're not God, and you can't do nothing about it. The dumps are full, and they're getting fuller every day. There's nothing you can do about it because there's too many people in the world. The air pollution is going to keep on going, and God's going to take care of the pollution. And you too, Joe Biden. And cutting people's gas off so they can live a little better, have cheaper prices. And you're going to be dead in hell because you sure, if heaven's like what you do, Joe, I don't want to go. But we know things like you will never make it to heaven. But to all the poor people, all the people struggling, today I say, God bless you and keep you. May He help you to grow and your dreams come true.
The views and opinions expressed on all Talkin Live presentations are those of the host and their guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of the Talkin Live TV broadcast studio, or by this channel or its management.